Are you a mirrorless camera beginner and have just recently upgraded from iPhone to full frame or even APS-C? Have you ever caught yourself being stuck at your desk or laptop editing pictures that you need to post for the gram or FB instead of enjoying the moment or what's right in front of you, right? In this video, I will tell you why I switched from Canon R50 to Fujifilm XT5 and if it was the right decision for me. My fiance and I like traveling a lot, most especially in the summer. Over the years, we have been taking mostly our pictures via the iPhone, and it was okay. Before we were just editing in camera, then to camera 360, then to Lightroom mobile. However, for my last summer destination this year, I decided to take it up a notch, and I wanted it to be better because I was going to a special place, which is Coron, Palawan. I told myself 15 years ago when I first went there that the next time I will go back, I will be taking my boyfriend with me at this special place. With that in mind, I wanted to have better travel pictures, so I bought my first mirrorless camera at that time, the Canon R50. I was just asking my friends what was the best beginner camera at that time that I can use that is cheap, light, and can shoot good photos and videos. Some of them suggested the M50, but upon doing my own research, I found out that the Canon R50 was just released in February of 2023. So long story short, I bought the R50 and took it to Coron, Palawan. And oh my god, boy, it did take some great pictures. I immediately saw the difference from an iPhone picture to a mirrorless picture. It's not just, the bokeh, but how some of the focal lengths flatters the subject even more. So we went on hiking, island hopping, lounging on the beach, having drinks over the sunset, and I wanted to take a quick snap and post it in social media. I told myself I would just take one pic and just do one quick edit. But when I look at the pics, they were just okay. There's nothing special. It kind of lacked character or a certain vibe. Thus, I downloaded the pics from the R50 over into my cell phone at that time. I slapped on some presets and did some tweaks here and there. And the next thing I knew, the sunset was gone. I was like sitting there and editing for about 2 hours, and I was so upset because I wanted to really spend the gorgeous sunset enjoying fine wine with my partner. So when we got back to Manila, I did some research and watched a ton of YouTube videos. I stumbled upon a video that compares Canon versus Sony versus Fuji. One of the things that stood out to me is that little did I know that if I wanted to upgrade my lenses for Canon, the only choices I got were the native RF Canon lenses. And when I look up the prices of it online, oh my god, they were a ton expensive. Sony and Fuji were a different case because they both allowed third-party options, and Sony had APS-C and full frame, but they were really more known for producing professional or even best-in-class full-frame cameras. At that time, the A6700 was not born yet, okay? Again, I looked at the cost of the native and the third-party options, and I'm not surprised anymore with how much these native lenses costs. And I'm happy to see the significance difference in the third-party lenses. I went to a Sony store because they were everywhere, and when I saw the Sony cameras together with its full-frame lenses, they were just huge. They were huge for me. So please remember at that time, my only point of comparison is the weight of an iPhone, the weight and size of an iPhone versus my Canon R50 with a kit lens and with the nifty 50 versus the Sony full frame camera. So those were my only, points of comparison. And after browsing the Sony store and testing their cameras, I passed by another camera store and there I saw Fuji. I immediately saw the XT5 in silver and the silver 23mm Fujicron F2. And when it was paired together, I thought that this must be the coolest looking camera that I have seen so far. I looked it up, it was classic, and I wondered if it can keep up with a Canon and a Sony. And predictably, once again, I did my research on YouTube and found out about Fujifilm XT5. It was the latest in the XT series, has 40 megapixels for photos and can do 4K 60 in videos as well. I looked up on the size and weight of the native and third-party lenses and they are smaller, lighter, and cheaper. I looked at the prices and the difference between the full-frame Sony, even the third-party Sony versus the Fuji native and third-party options, they were really significantly miles apart. So that's one of the things that really caught me with regard to Fuji. However, at that time, I still did not switch yet to Fujifilm XT5 because I was thinking I might be still stuck with the same problem, which is editing for hours in my laptop. So I wanted a camera that is, once again, light, small, relatively cheap, that takes good photos and videos right away, wherein I could just download the photo and post it right away in social media like FB or IG. Then, again, did my research, once again, YouTube, okay? And I stumbled upon the film emulations and the film recipes, and that was the nail in the coffin. After just 1 month of using the R50, I bought the XT5. And over the weekend of about using it, I just kept on taking pictures and focused on my framing, composition, focal length, the difference, how it would look, and I was immediately uploading them in IG and FB. Yes, I'm still a noob who uploads all of the pictures in IG and FB, but never again was I stuck in like that. Thank you so much for the film recipes, and I was so excited to try them, and I was really inspired to take pictures every day to see how differently they would look, and definitely it sped up my learning process in photography. I was excited every day to finish my day and go out, go to nearby places, take some pictures. It was really such a joy to use. Small, light, convenient. I did notice though that there are some key differences. Like, aside from how the camera looks, I noticed that the autofocus of the Canon R50 was a bit better than my XT5. Point of comparison is that my fiance, who doesn't have any experience in shooting mirrorless cameras, can easily just point and shoot with the R50, and our faces will be in focus, or whatever that we're trying to capture. But with the XT5, I noticed that there are some out of focus shots, and you really have to concentrate. Another thing that I missed was the touchscreen interface in the R50. Fuji's menu system is easy to learn for me, but it still can't beat a touchscreen. So sorry about that. And of course, with all of this, do I think it was the right decision for me? Absolutely. So how about you? What was your first camera and what was your experience about it? I'd like to hear more about your story, so please comment down below. If you can relate to this video and would like to find out or join a community who just started their photography and videography journey, I would appreciate it if you can like, subscribe, and hit the notification icon. Thank you everyone and have a great day!